Thank God it's Friday, November 22, 2024, and it's on the set of Inside Nigeria, your breakfast on leadership television. My name is Winifred Ugbebo, your host on the program. We have papers on our menu today for review, including Nigeria's foremost Friday newspaper, Leadership Friday. And of course, as we normally do on the program, we flag off with Leadership Friday. Today's leading story on Leadership Friday says, TINUBU to world leaders, we won't raise taxes on vulnerable Nigerians. TINUBU to world leaders, we won't raise taxes on vulnerable Nigerians, says his administration prioritizing the poor. Governors to take position on tax bills. We strongly support reforms coming from IMF. We won't raise taxes on vulnerable Nigerians, TINUBU to world leaders, says his administration prioritizing the poor. Governors to take position on tax bills. IMF says we strongly support reforms. Lawmakers reject 6-year single-term bill. Defense headquarters hails Simon Ekpa's arrest in Finland. 2027 ACF suspends chairman amid North presidency agenda. Leadership carried the story yesterday that ACF said they were only going to support northern candidates for 2027. Of course, the story generated so many controversies, so much so that the chairman has been suspended. Now, still on leadership newspaper headline stories, Zenith Bank's hackathon finalists received 77.5 million naira cash prize. Above the masthead of Leadership Friday, Abdulrazak celebrates as Kwara pupils win presidential debate for third time. In 48 hours, NAS approves TINUBU's 1.77 trillion naira loan request, although other papers have it as 2.2 trillion naira. The leadership says approves 1.77 trillion naira loan request in 48 hours when TINUBU sent the bill for the loan. From that cover, we move to page 3, where we have our stand. Today's stand is on cabinet shake-up and other matters. Cabinet shake-up and other matters. Today's stand on Leadership Friday. From there, we move to the back page, where we have conversation with Azu, and today's conversation is on with the trouble with giving to Caesar. The problem is that the world Caesars have never been satisfied with what is theirs without resistance or sometimes a nasty fight. Quote from that conversation with Azu, the trouble with giving to Caesar. For more continuation of the headline stories, the editorial and inside stories, log on to the website of Leadership Friday, www.leadership.ng. From Leadership, we move to the next paper on our menu. We move to Daily Sun. Daily Sun says reps reject 6-year single tenure power rotation. Move to increase number of FCT High Court judges from 75 to 100. Underneath that, we have NAS approves TINUBU's new external borrowing plan of $2.2 billion. Crisis hits ACF over 2027 presidency. Foreign chairman suspended. New group League of Northern Democrats rallies ACF, NEF, MBF to return power to North. Foreign chairman suspended. New group League of Northern Democrats rallies ACF, NEF, MBF to return power to North. Ekpa's arrest. Military hates Finnish police wants him extradited to face justice. Troops eliminate notorious terrorists, 114 orders in 1 week. And towards the mindset of Daily Sun, federal government to continue to prioritize social investment programs. Reforms have weakened Nigerians' purchasing power, TINUBU tells IMF MD. And beside the mindset of Daily Sun, we have Ifeanyi Ubah, it is finished, maybe so, of the departed senator. Rest in peace. With that, we also bring to an end the review of front headline stories on this Daily Sun today. For more, log on to the website of Daily Sun, www.thesun.ng. From Daily Sun, we move to Vanguard. Vanguard is next on our lineup. It says terrorism, presidency mom, defense headquarters freed over arrest of Simon Ekpa for others. Government of Finland arrests Simon Ekpa for crimes related to terrorism. We have nothing to say yet, IPOB. Why we can't comment now, presidency. Defense headquarters hopes Ekpa will be extradited to Nigeria to face justice. Two-thirds of households lack money for healthy food, MBS survey. 2025, while we are proposing 3 trillion naira budget, Sanwo-Olu, Governor of Lagos State. Reps reject bill on 6-year single tenure for president, governors. And in sports, 2024 CAF Awards, Nigeria women dominate with 15 nominations. That takes us to the stories about the masthead of Vanguard. We strongly support TINUBU's reforms, says IMFMD. NAS okays TINUBU's fresh request for $2.2 billion external loan. Article slams TINUBU, says debt burden crushing economy. Tax reform will be on side of Nigerians, according to NAS. Ogoni 4 versus Ogoni 9, the blame game continues 30 years after. With that also, we've concluded the review of front headline stories on Vanguard newspaper. For more, log on to the website of Vanguard, www.vanguardngr.com. From Vanguard, we move to the next paper, and that is The Punch. The Punch is next on our lineup. The Punch says anti-TINUBU comments, ACF suspends chairman as Afenifere orders back president. Anti-TINUBU comments, ACF suspends chairman as Afenifere orders back president. TINUBU inherited Buhari's economic policies, Ohaneze middle bed orders reply ACF. TINUBU inherited Buhari's economic policies, Ohaneze middle bed orders reply ACF. Beneath that, we have the picture of NEC panel to boost power generation in states. We have Vice President Kashim Shettima addressing some governors yesterday and ministers after the fake meeting. Syria agreed collapse NEC panel to boost power generation in states. Atiku berates reps for rejecting 6-year term for president. Police probe killing of young Benue lawyer. Winners get 77 million naira in Zenith Bank Tech Fair. Beside the masthead of The Punch, 21 states enroll for AFDB to 850 billion naira agri scheme. Federal government governors decide on state police next week. Above the masthead of The Punch, Ekpa's terror charges. Federal government presses for extradition as IPOB disowns Biafra agitator. PDP postpones NEC meeting as North Central insists on check. With that also, we conclude review of front headline stories on the Punch newspaper. For more, log on to the website of the Punch, www.punchng.com. Even as we move to the last paper we have for review this Friday, and that is The Guardian. The Guardian always has big stories on every Friday on as the cover. Dwindling sport fortunes, grassroots neglect, mediocrity strip Nigeria of youthful population edge. Dwindling sports fortunes, grassroots neglect, mediocrity strip Nigeria of youthful population edge. Sanwo-Olu presents 3 trillion naira budget to Assembly. Senate reviews law, okays life imprisonment for drug traffickers. Address internal conflicts or face 2027 defeat, body judge warns PDP. Governors, National Assembly agree on constitution review. Article LCCI for TINUBU's 1.7 trillion naira fresh loan amid lawmakers swift approval. Ekpa, Ohaneze, Defense Headquarters Lord Pro, Biafra agitators arrest, hopeful of region's peace. NNPC scars financials for 5,120-kilometer pipeline amid $2.9 billion refinery repairs. 71% of households adversely affected by food price hike, says NBS. That also brings to conclusion the review of front headline stories today on The Guardian. For more, log on to www.guardian.ng. With that also, we come to the end of this Friday edition of Inside Nigeria, your breakfast from Leadership Television, where we discuss topical issues and front headline stories on some select newspapers. My name is Winifred Ugbebo. Here's wishing you beautiful, beautiful weekend ahead. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.